Hi, my name is Jacob Gardner, and this is my Turning Point video. In Robert Greene's book, Mastery, there are 5 strategies for finding your life's task. The first of these is return to your origins. The quote that spoke the most to me in this particular chapter was, "In order to master a field, you must love the subject and feel a profound connection to it." For me personally, since leaving the military in 2012, I found myself lost and jumping from job to job. Between that, I became a father, and now I am the chief operations officer at a local company called Swin LLC. But I never felt like it was me. I feel like I continued to slip into a role that I needed to play for each particular job or each particular field of life that I'm in. The biggest part of that for me has been getting tattooed. It's something I've wanted to do since I was 5 years old. I started out with my first tattoo on my wrist, and as you can see, I have collected quite a few more. The second strategy is occupy the perfect niche. I've always lived by don't speak on what you don't know, and I feel that writing is no different. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I shouldn't be writing about it. With that being said, I feel confident I can read and regurgitate information. That's what I've done in my job for the last 6 years, is regurgitate information as it pertains to sales. With that being said, finding the niche of tattoo culture and coming into the realization that that's something I am extremely passionate about and love has been more than just beneficial. It feels like it's brought me home. And while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life as a writer, it ended up being that the niche was under my nose and under my skin the whole time. The third strategy is avoid the false path. Since the age of 5, I wanted to be in the military. Other than that, I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be a husband, and I wanted to live a life that was fulfilling for me, but more so for my children. And after the military, I felt lost. As I mentioned when we were talking about step 1, I felt lost and I felt like I didn't have control over the situation. A lot of that was to do with because I was trying to make others happy instead of myself happy. And I don't mean that in the sense of monetary, and I don't mean that in the sense that I couldn't follow the rules. I meant that I wasn't being my truest self. And in doing so, I let valuable time slip by. But that's okay, because now I'm on the right path. The fourth strategy is letting go of the past. And this is where my personal turning point story comes into play. I was in the middle of a therapy session with Dr. Hughes through the VA, and I had told him I was feeling like everything was out of my control and that I felt like I had let valuable time slip by because I hadn't gone to college right out of the military. I'd worked several different jobs, and this job made me feel like I was beholden to somebody else at all times. He talked to me, and we decided that starting school would be my best interest because it was a way for me to take my life by the reins and do something that was not only going to be fulfilling, but was also going to be very useful. Now, that's not saying I don't love my current job, because I do. I've been at it for 6 years. With that being said, this has given me a new outlook on everything and has allowed me to let go of the past traumas and the past failures that I've had, and also let go of the thought that time's being wasted constantly. The fifth strategy is find your way back. This is also the final strategy, and I think that it all ties everything up nicely. The quote that spoke to me the most out of this strategy was, "The way back requires a sacrifice. The road to mastery requires patience." I feel that these two lines are the truest out of what we've read so far because it's very brutal in a sense. You've been taken off the path because you got really into a hobby. In order to get back on the path, you're going to have to sacrifice doing that hobby just for right now in order to get back on the road. So the 2 SMART goals that I've set for this month are: 1, I will be coming up with 5 articles to put on my blog, The Ink Perspective. My second goal is I'm going to go on LinkedIn Learning and I'm going to watch the video course for Adobe Premiere Pro. And I'm also going to review the Photoshop course that we took earlier on in my bachelor's program. Once again, my name's Jacob Gardner.